Coming up on 5 Minute News. Democratic senators fight for voting legislation in wake of coup. Home COVID testing to be covered by insurance companies. And US surgeons successfully transplant pig heart into human. It's Tuesday, January 11. I'm Anthony Davis. Democratic senators are mounting an impassioned bid to overhaul Senate rules that stand in their way of their sweeping voting legislation, arguing election fraud lies unleashed by Donald Trump demand an extraordinary response. President Joe Biden and top congressional Democrats have seized on the one-year anniversary of the January 6 insurrection as a reason to advance their long-stalled voting, ethics and elections package. Senate Republicans have repeatedly blocked the legislation. Trump's false claim of a stolen election not only incited the mob that stormed the Capitol, his unrelenting campaign of disinformation also sparked a GOP effort to pass new state laws that have made it more difficult to vote, while in some cases rendering the administration of elections more susceptible to political influence. Many Democrats say the moment has come to act decisively in what they view as the civil rights fight of the era. Changing Senate rules early in 2022 offers perhaps the last best chance to counteract Republicans' state-level push before the midterm elections. The legislation would usher in the biggest overhaul of U.S. elections in a generation, striking down hurdles to voting enacted falsely in the name of election security, reducing the influence of big money in politics, and limiting partisan influence over the drawing of congressional districts. The package would create national election standards that would trump the state-level GOP laws. It would also restore the ability of the Justice Department to police election laws in states with a history of discrimination. Yet what action they will take to advance the package remains highly uncertain, depending on the often elusive support of conservative operative Democratic Senator Joe Manchin. From Saturday this week, private health insurers will be required to cover up to 8 home COVID-19 tests per month for people on their plans. The Biden administration announced the change on Monday as it looks to lower costs and make testing for the virus more convenient amid rising frustrations. Under the new policy, Americans will be able to either purchase home testing kits for free under their insurance or submit receipts for the tests for reimbursement, up to the monthly per-person limit. A family of 4 could be reimbursed for up to 32 tests per month. PCR tests and rapid tests ordered or administered by a health provider will continue to be fully covered by insurance with no limit. Biden faced criticism over the holiday season for a shortage of at-home rapid tests as Americans traveled to see family amid the surge in cases from the more transmissible Omicron variant. Now the administration is working to make COVID-19 home tests more accessible, both by increasing supply and bringing down costs. Later this month, the federal government will launch a website to begin making 500 million at-home COVID-19 tests available via the mail. The administration is also scaling up emergency rapid testing sites in areas experiencing the greatest surge in cases. A major health industry group said insurers would carry out the administration's orders, but cautioned consumers it won't be as easy as flipping a switch. Meanwhile, despite the shortage, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the state's top emergency management official have confirmed that 800,000 to 1 million COVID test kits in the state's stockpile recently expired without being used. A man with terminal heart disease was implanted with a genetically modified pig heart in a first-of-its-kind surgery. And 3 days later, the patient is doing well, his doctors reported yesterday. The surgery, performed by a team at the University of Maryland Medicine, is among the first to demonstrate the feasibility of a pig-to-human heart transplant, a field made possible by new gene editing tools. If proven successful, scientists hope pig organs could help alleviate shortages of human donor organs. This was a breakthrough surgery and brings us one step closer to solving the organ shortage crisis. There are simply not enough donor human hearts available to meet the long list of potential recipients, Dr. Bartley Griffith, who surgically transplanted the pig heart into the patient, said in a statement. For 57-year-old David Bennett of Maryland, the heart transplant was his last option. Bennett's genetically modified pig heart was provided by Revivicor, a regenerative medicine company based in Blacksburg, Virginia. On the morning of the surgery, the transplant team removed the pig's heart and placed it into a special device to preserve its function until the surgery. Pigs have long been a tantalizing source of potential transplants because their organs are so similar to humans. Prior efforts at pig-to-human transplants have failed because of genetic differences that caused organ rejection or viruses that posed an infection risk. Scientists have tackled that problem by editing away potential harmful genes. In the heart implanted in Bennett, 3 genes previously linked with organ rejection were knocked out of the donor pig, and 6 human genes linked with immune acceptance were inserted into the pig genome. You can subscribe to 5-Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5-Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5-Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.